The bold and the beautiful, obsession, illusions, and the rise and fall of Carter Walton. Hope Logan has always walked a fine line between strength and vulnerability, love and loyalty, dreams and the weight of reality. She's lived through betrayal, heartbreak, reconciliation, and loss. She's given her heart, lost it, reclaimed it, and shattered it again. So when she found a brief, sincere connection with Carter Walton, many fans dared to believe it might finally be Hope's chance at a stable, quiet kind of happiness. But the bold and the beautiful doesn't do quiet. And it never lets any love story sail without a storm. Carter Walton, on the other hand, is no stranger to the chaos of love. He's a man with a reputation for falling hard, falling fast, and refusing to let go even when all signs scream it's time. And this time, with Hope, it's no different. When she begins to emotionally turn back toward Liam Spencer, Carter refuses to believe that it's truly the end. Instead, he does what he always does. He clings. He waits. He convinces himself that their story isn't over. Not yet, not like this. But Hope, complicated as ever, doesn't take long to move on. She doesn't mean to be cruel. She's simply pragmatic in her pain. Carter, for all his kindness, all his devotion, isn't Liam. And as Liam faces the slow decline of an inoperable brain tumor, Hope's priorities crystallize. She wants to make the most of the days she has left with Liam. She wants to live out a quiet dream with the father of her child, the man who, despite everything, has always had her heart in some quiet, fractured way. To Carter, though, this feels like a betrayal. A sudden, sharp abandonment. He believed in something more. He needed to believe. Because for Carter, love isn't just about connection. It's about validation. It's about belonging. And when that's pulled away, the void is unbearable. So he doesn't let go. Not right away. He tells himself she'll come back. That she's confused. That Liam's illness is clouding her decisions. That once reality settles in, Hope will remember what they had. What could have been. But it's not love anymore, it's delusion. Is Carter in love with Hope? Or is he obsessed with the idea of finally being someone's first choice? Over the years, Carter has fallen for women who are either taken, emotionally unavailable, or not truly in love with him. From Quinn Fuller to Katie Logan, to Paris Buckingham, and now Hope, his romantic resume reads like a list of heartbreaks. He pursues the unattainable. He fantasizes about devotion. He constructs futures in his head before reality is ever given a chance to catch up. And in some ways, that makes Carter a tragic figure. A man addicted not to love itself, but to the feeling of love, the adrenaline, the validation, the idea that if he just tries hard enough, he'll be loved back in equal measure. But with Hope, this fantasy shatters. Publicly. Painfully. And Carter is left alone again, his heart splintered, his dignity shaken. Then the accident happens. News spreads fast. Hope gets a phone call from the hospital. There's been a crash. Carter has been injured. Badly. She rushes to his side, expecting the worst. And it's worse than that. Carter's injuries are serious. But that's not all. As doctors run tests and scans, trying to assess the full extent of the trauma, they discover something else entirely, a brain tumor. The irony is cruel. The timing is crueler. Hope stands in the hallway, stunned. She thought Liam was the one facing death. She thought Carter was the future she left behind. But now the man she cast aside is fighting for his life. And the future itself has become a question mark for everyone. Is Carter dying? Is this tumor operable? Is his accident the very thing that revealed it just in time to save him, or is it too late? And the most haunting question of all, will Carter die instead of Liam? because now the bold and the beautiful stands on the edge of a heartbreaking switch. One death has been expected, telegraphed, weighed and mourned in advance. Liam's slow farewell was meant to bring closure, clarity, reunion. But what if the tragedy comes from a different corner? What if Carter, who is clinging to life, clinging to hope, clinging to love, becomes the one who slips away? If that happens, everything changes. Hope will carry guilt. The guilt of turning away. Of walking back to Liam when someone else was quietly dying. Of dismissing Carter's feelings as desperation when they might have been something deeper, something urgent. Liam will carry confusion. He was prepared to die, ready to let go. But now he's living on borrowed time, while someone else runs out of it. Daphne Rose will carry loss. Because just when it seemed like Carter might finally open his heart to her, fate snatched it away. She will grieve, not just for what they didn't have, but for what could have been if Carter had let go of hope just a little sooner. Steffi will be forced to reevaluate everything. If Liam survives and Carter dies, she'll look at the cost of the choices they all made. She'll see the fragility of the world she's tried to control. Even Brooke, even Deacon, even Ridge, every character will feel the shift. Because Carter Walton has been part of everyone's story at some point. He's the quiet glue, the man who helped, supported, officiated, healed. If he dies, his absence will leave a vacuum that touches every storyline. But if he lives, if this tumor is treatable, then this is Carter's chance at a true reset. A second chance, not at hope, but at himself. To finally stop chasing women who don't love him. To stop constructing love stories in his mind and start building real, grounded connections. With Daphne. With someone new. With himself. Still, the shadow of obsession lingers. Is Carter free of it? Or will this brush with death simply reinforce the patterns he can't seem to break? Will he wake up thinking hope is his angel, his savior, his destiny all over again? Or will he finally see things clearly? The fans are watching, waiting, holding their breath. Because the bold and the beautiful is toying with fate. It has two men, both walking the edge of mortality. Both tied to the same woman. Both bearing the weight of unspoken love. One was supposed to die. Now maybe it's the other. Carter Walton is many things: passionate, loyal, romantic to a fault. But in this chapter, he's more than that. He's a question mark. A crossroads. A living echo of what happens when love turns into obsession and hope turns into illusion. Whether he survives or not, one thing is certain. Carter's story isn't over. Not yet. Not like this.